Yo, yo, yiggity, yo, it's your girl D Nice, and we back in the building. I'm back and I'm bald.
No hair, don't care. And she took it serious this time.
Waves for the babes.
She really went no hair, y'all. Like, none.
Hope y'all feeling it. Clock that T.
And if you're not,
oh well.
Personal problem.
We never give a fuck. But
personal problem.
Look who's back, y'all.
Guys, please hold your applause. Hold your applause. I know I've been away. Okay, I know I've been away. But it's okay because y'all know I'm not going to leave y'all for that long, okay? I'm always going to come back. I did have, some schedule conflicts and a lot of just things happening on top of I didn't plan on being sick. I went to California, came back sick. I'm just saying, California, what's in your air? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Moisture.
It got to be something because I came back sick as a motherfucking dog. took 3 years off my life. But it's okay because I'm back. Y'all know y'all can't get rid of me that easy. You have to work a little bit harder because, I made a steal over here. But it's me, your girl, number one villain that you love, Money, live in effect. Oop.
Yeah, so Money's back, and I had to burp, so there's that.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Really quickly, I'm sorry. I got to shout out my girl Taz. Okay.
Last EP, y'all. This is what she's
the
talking
last
about.
episode. If you didn't watch it, what's wrong with you? Because number one, funniest oh my goodness. That shit was so hilarious.
My problem child.
I love her so much because she really came here and channeled her inner Imani, and I love that for her. She did exactly what I wanted her to do.
She did. She was the villain on that episode.
What'd she say?
Definitely was.
Do you know what a bison is? You? Ooh. I said we don't have to relive that again.
Please.
I'm sorry. But I just wanted to shout that out. And I think
just got off punishment.
We actually should. We need to do that more often. Go ahead and hit some comments. Give us a like, share if y'all want the kitties back on, because I want the kitties back on for sure, and I want to be here for it.
Right, I would do it with Imani on because that's gonna be. You think they be trying to eat me up?
No, they be trying to. But the only thing is with me,
she got the clapbacks.
I'm not your mama.
She got the clapbacks.
I'm gonna have to do you in.
She's gonna roundhouse there.
Out of love.
I'm just saying.
Out of love.
Me, I don't know how to talk mess. I just get ate up every time. Just ate up.
Okay, I just wanted to shout that out, girl. Taz, we love you, girl. Okay.
We do love
tonight.
You
You two and Ty, we love y'all, of course.
So there's been a lot going on in the world. And we've been gone for so long. We have so much to talk about. Not to mention, we went to the Chris Brown concert, loved it down.
Guys, please, my middle school self was literally like on fire. Like I felt like, I don't know what I was feeling like, but I just kept seeing that girl walk into the school bus to get to Perry Middle School, getting on the 5 Gardena, and just listening to my little iPod shuffle, having all the Chris Brown on. That's all I kept seeing while I'm there.
We had some really good seats. Not saying that we were up close, but we were like sectioned off to where we weren't like. It looked like it was like a VIP type of situation. It was bomb. I need to stop drinking this. It's just releasing.
Flavored water.
But same with me. I was so mad. My phone died. Her phone did die. And a lot of things that people didn't mention when they were like posting up their get readies with me or their experience at the Breezy Bowl was how much the freaking merch was. Like, don't get me wrong, I got a shirt, but golly, Chris Brown, $50.
Yeah,
I had to squeeze my skinny self in this because, baby, I still got it. But I had a ball. I love him. Like, that man is sexy. But anyway, so let's get down to the nitty gritty of what's really going on. And we're going to put our 2 cents in because why not? Like,
because freedom of speech.
Which they're trying to take from us. What did they say? We 1.5. Our votes are only 1.5% now, too. It's crazy. But let's talk about the government shutdown, right? Because it is causing a really big shift in society, not only with people who are not yet established, but even people who are or who do consider themselves established in life. It is causing them to really have to reevaluate the lifestyle that they built for themselves, their families, their children. Like it's a lot, you know. Now I'm only going to speak on the things that I've actually researched and, you know, spoke about, kind of got not kind of, but received accurate information on. If there's more to it, feel free to educate me, you know, but I'm just going to speak on what I know. Mind you, I work for social services, so for me, we've already been planning on how to accommodate our clients during this time. Because, I mean, I get it. A lot of people are out there talking about some, you know, well, you guys should have had your shit together. Yes, true. Because don't get me wrong, I don't get food stamps. I haven't gotten food stamps in a long time. So, you know, the food stamp situation is not going to impact me as much, but I am dealing with people on a regular basis who's going to really suffer from that. And not only food stamps, let's just say the fact that those resources are leaving, it's causing a lot of the food banks who were supplying this free food to people in need to shut down or to not receive the goods that they usually would receive to be able to help as many people as possible. Because I get it, it's like it happens so abruptly. Nobody is going to be able to continue their lifestyle that they were living off food stamps within a month. But that doesn't mean that you can't take the proper steps to get what you and your family need, right? So I'm going to try to put up some resources at the end of this video that kind of provide all the food banks that I know of that will still be able to accept you and your families. Hopefully, if I get more resources, I can provide it in the comment section, because once I post the video, I can't really add too much to it. But, you know, I really feel as if a lot of you guys who are just like, oh, we need to go rob, like, you guys are looking to rob places, not even thinking about how it's going to impact the people who actually can utilize it, like me. So if I go to the grocery store during the time that you guys are robbing it,
let me find out y'all about to rob the grocery stores.
I ain't gonna be able to get no food for my kids.
Well, you know what? I can't even say that, because
I might just fight, just cause.
I haven't heard, you know, I haven't been too tapped in on that discussion. But just hearing now that y'all planning on robbing the grocery stores, a part of me wants to say, hell yeah, let's do it. But,
still fucking problem.
But, guys, this is all alleged, by the way. We shouldn't do that, obviously, because it's bad and it's wrong and it's illegal. You should not be doing that. But reparations, I'm just saying, like, you know, we could hit but no, guys, let's not do that. That is it's a crazy concept, but I feel where you come from. That's a crazy concept.
It's not the grocery store's fault.
It's not, but like, guess what? I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I used to work in retail. You know, people who work in grocery stores or just working in average customer service industries, right? All you do is work there. Okay? That's all you do is work there. If I will say, motherfuckers come up into my place where I used to work, I'm not going to put y'all out there. They used to rob us all the time. Somebody got held at gunpoint. And what happened? Take what you want. Don't leave me out of it and take whatever you want. After that, I don't, like, what? All I'm going to do is fill out some paperwork and send it over, and they ain't going to deal with whatever's going to happen. People who actively work in there, listen, just let it fly. Not saying that it's going to happen that it's right, and it's because it's very wrong.
I agree to that extent, because it's safety. Like, you have to think about, let's just say, for example, if I'm a Walmart worker and we're being ambushed, I'm not going to sit up here and say, let's protect all the Walmart supplies and accessories. No, I'm thinking about, I need to get the fuck up out of here because I got kids to get home too. I mean, I get it, but I can't, with how big Walmart is, let's just say with how big Walmart is, myself alone or even with the team cannot protect an ambush of people looking to rob up this place. Mind you, the workers aren't, what do they call it? Locked and loaded. Like, they don't have nothing to protect themselves with. And what's the point of fighting against a society or against people that you actually agree with? Like, I'm not going to sit up here and try to beat up somebody for stealing when I understand why they're doing it. Not saying like, yeah, go ahead and I'm going to actually help you take this. No, I'm going to get the F up out of here. And I'm going to go home. Y'all do y'all big one. Call me when it's over. Tell me if I still got my job. If y'all want me to come tomorrow, write a statement, whatever. But don't risk your life for a place that's going to replace you with a robot one day. I mean, I'm just saying.
That's
like,
100%.
It's, don't do it.
They're going to replace you with a robot, or they're going to get the next mofo who had an application that they put in 2 weeks ago, and they're going to just train them, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
But, I mean, of course, all jokes aside, we definitely should not proceed with any type of illegal activity of the sort.
Yeah.
That may or may not.
You
have
can
been
protest
mentioned.
in other ways.
But I mean, it's hard because when you really think about the direction that we as a country are going, society or country are going because of our governments, it's kind of like, well, hey, you wanted to reverse time, we're gonna have to give you the Watts riots again.
No, it's
in every state probably.
And I'm not gonna and it's really a reverse because I'm into like medieval type of movies, and I've actually been watching one since all this stuff been going down, and we're literally going through the same things they were doing in 1970s, 1960s, 50s, whatever, when they just had horses. Like, it's crazy to believe that we're taking such a drastic step back, and I'm speaking for minorities, black and brown people, because we're the ones who are being targeted. But it's crazy to think that, because I see a lot of stuff on the internet. I do, on how we should react, right? But it's crazy to think that regardless of how we react, like, in my head, I'm going to speak for myself because I know a lot of people may feel different. Regardless of how we react, the change is so much that needs to be changed. It would have to be, the reaction would have to be so consistent for such a long period of time. Like, just the thought of it, like, I'm tired. I'm tired.
100%.
I'm tired. But again, like I was saying in my and I don't remember what episode it was, but I know we were speaking about how the riots and the protests were going on because they were because they were trying to send immigrants back to their homeland. ICE
Correct.
was doing
ICE.
the freaking most, just taking it way too freaking far, and black people were being targeted for not assisting during that time. And I most definitely stated that as much as you guys want to hate us for not stepping front line with you guys, our time was coming. Baby, our time is here. Yep. So even though I can say, like, I'm tired, I'm never going to not stand in the front line for me and my kids. That's first and foremost. But I'm not going to put myself in a position to where they get what they want. White people is what I'm talking about. They're not going to get what they want out of me. Like, a lot of people, it was something that happened recently where it was like a big thing going on, and they wanted a lot of people to come out and like protest and really just act a fool just so they'll have a reason to either kill us, put us in jail, harm us, hurt us, or like degrade us more than they have before. Like,
I'm talking about the No Kings protest?
I think so. But I saw something on TikTok. So it was similar to the No Kings protest. Oh, okay. And I think it was like the beginning phases of it when people were just
whatever the hell.
Yeah, they were doing them like, and they were. You can tell like the police are. It was so many different type of law enforcement out there. They were doing the most to try to get people to react. And that's one thing that I'm not going to be a part of. I'm not going to give them what they want. But if they come to my door with it, baby, it's up. And I'm just saying, like, it's up. Like, I'm going out with a bang. Like, a lot of people are like, no, run, hide. Ain't nowhere to run. Ain't nowhere to run. Ain't nowhere to run. I'm gonna say it as many times as I can. Ain't nowhere to run. I'm going out with a bang. Going out with a
Yeah,
bang.
it's tragic, especially because I think what she's referring to with us being the now target is I think it was in Chicago where they had started going into people of color, right? People who look like me. They were running into their houses and trying to snatch them out of their homes. You know, we black. Like, granted, we're not really supposed to be here, but, you know, centuries ago, y'all did kidnap us and bring us here.
Yeah, we
So
were.
we are citizens.
We didn't
People
choose to be here.
Facts. People who y'all snatched up, they didn't procreated and procreated and procreated. I am a citizen. You cannot come into my home and snatch me out and try to tell me anything about immigration.
No, for real.
Because I'm black. Like, that's kind of where we're getting at. And I definitely do feel like this is crazy. Because every time I always think about, even in school, like when they teach you, you know, black history and everything about peaceful protests and stuff like that, like, that's great that we really did try to do it the peaceful way, and it did work for some time, even though really it didn't, because it was a lot of the stuff still kind of happening, just in a more institutionalized way. Now we're at a point where I don't know. I feel like peace is not gonna do it this time. I'm at a point at my grown self where I'm no longer listening or sitting in class trying to pretend like peaceful protest is it. Malcolm X was right. Hey, they want to act with violence, we're going to have to respond with violence. But not saying that we should. This is all alleged, of course. This is not something that we endorse at all. It's just me expressing my freedom of speech, you know, right as a human and also an American citizen, by the way. I'm just stating because, like, what are we supposed to do? The only option that we really do have for real is to run and hide, unless you do, you know, I'll say outside of run and hide. Like, if you're really tired of that shit for real, we're not running and hiding.
No.
And I'm just saying right now, if it really come down to it where we got like something really crazy going on, I'm not running and hiding.
I'm not.
I'm simply not.
I'm not. It's up. It's up, and I'm
gonna turn into a purge real quick.
I'm gonna get as many as I can. I'm gonna run it down to my kids on how to move after I'm gone. But I'm gonna get as many as I can. Trust and believe. Like, tag your man, because
it's tragic.
like, so many people, and like when you really sit there and think about how many of our ancestors died for us, and a lot of people like to just put that on the back burner, like, you know, well, that happened so many years ago. Well, times are kind of the same right now. It's kind of the same. And I'm pretty sure they wasn't standing 10 toes just for somebody to say, well, it happened so many years ago. Like, nah, baby. I got some ancestors who fell hard for me. It's my turn now.
That's facts. And if you really think about how they did with the Revolutionary War, you know, in Europe, them niggas went ham. And what happened after that? I'm just saying, guys, we gotta, at this point, we can't repeat the same mistakes. We did
For
the
real.
peace already. If it comes down to it, of course, alleged. This is not something that I'm endorsing at the moment because nothing's happening. Everything is semi kind of cool, like a little bit. Or I'll say nobody's being physically harmed. Unless you're an immigrant, you probably are being physically harmed. I don't know what's happening when you're being detained and stuff, and it's not right at all. I'm not fucking with that none. But as a society, if it really come down to them running down the streets, remember what happened in the Revolutionary War. We're gonna have to what?
Thug it out.
Man,
Thug it out.
I said go ahead and get a big ass field somewhere in the fucking Middle East or not Middle East, like somewhere in the South, just a big ass grass field. Separate us, let us run head up. I'm not gonna lie, I got some shit on me, and I'm ready to go.
Hey, that
I'm just saying, because I know for a fact we gonna outnumber the fuck out of y'all. That's all I'm saying.
That remind me of Twilight.
That's what I'm saying.
Twilight scene.
Period. That's exactly what I'm saying. Let's get some
Twilight
Twilight shit going on, because you niggas are outnumbered. No, it's all good though. It's all good.
And it's crazy to think that we are here just like a few years ago. And it could be because I was just so oblivious to what was going on out there. But a few years ago, I would have never thought I'd be just being so impacted. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Mm-hmm. But having to experience what I'm experiencing experiencing in society as a young black single mother. Like the shit is crazy. The shit is crazy, and I want to shout out to everybody who's chose or who's having a baby now during this time. I want to shout you guys out. You guys are very strong, and I pray that your children is beautiful and healthy. But I would be damned if I bring another child in this world right now. Like, having to prepare my the kids that I do have, for whatever the fuck life is going to be for them when they get older, is fucking crazy. Because I'm pretty sure, I mean, my parents out there living their best life, doing whatever. I pretty much did what I had to do for myself. So they didn't prepare me for myself as an adult. But I'm pretty sure they didn't think society would be the way it is now. But then again, can't even speak for their asses, because they probably don't even know what the fuck really going on. They, you know,
but that's also,
pray for them too.
It's more so of a thing, like, I'll say in the most recent election, like, I feel like a lot of us who cared enough about just basic human rights and human equity, we did what we could when it came to making sure that we were not in this state. But I feel like as soon as that they announced who was going to be in office, I knew what was coming. All the talks and all the stuff, everything about, he literally outlined it in his rallies, and every rally he had in every state. He literally basically said what he was going to do. Now, a lot of it was lies, because he did try to put in some sweet stuff in there. Don't worry, guys, I got you. Right? He put in some sweet stuff, but I knew it was bullshit. Like, come on now. This is, I'm not even going to say his name at this point. He's like Voldemort. I'm not even about to say the nigga name. Like, but as soon as they announced who was president, I knew it was coming. I just didn't realize it was going to happen this fucking fast. The election was literally just last November. What do you mean? We're here already.
And I get it.
Not to mention, I don't mean to cut you off, but
No, I think I cut you off.
Not to mention, right, we still got a whole nother year of this on top of the fact that they're about to finesse a way into another term after that, right? Because obviously he's taking away constitutional rights. It's no secret. We see that he's literally revoking constitutional rights, something that was invoked centuries and centuries and centuries ago by a bunch of niggas in white wigs with wooden teeth. They were sitting at a table and did that shit. This nigga is revoking all of that to have it his way and pretty much guaranteeing another term, which means we got more than a year of all this, which gives him plenty more time to make things even worse. God, please help us.
And it's crazy because I think a lot of people do look at it as it's going the way that God intended it for it to go. Because, you know, hell is potentially earth. Hell is society. Hell is fucking Trump. But for me, it's more so like, you know, faith without works is dead. Like, you can sit up here and sit back and say, oh, well, I don't care about what Trump's doing because this is what God wanted. You don't know that every single detail around what Trump is doing is what God wanted. I don't think God intends to hurt anybody initially. Yes, he wants to wake people up, and sometimes he got to shake the table. But that doesn't mean he's saying, I'm shaking the table for y'all to continue to sit at the table because you knew it was about to get shook. Get the fuck up. That's what he's saying. I'm shaking the table so you can get the fuck up. Like, let's be realistic now, because I mean my journey is still a growing journey, and like I say every time, I would not make this into a Christian because not use religion, but I would not make this into that type of podcast, but I will speak on it and connect it when it's needed. And then this is where it's needed, because I see a lot of people trying to justify their liking for Trump or their liking for the way things are playing out because it's mirroring Revelation so much. Get it. Granted, yes, we can see that God did not make us blind. And if you follow him, you want to be able to see properly. But again, faith without works is dead. He's not showing you this just for you to sit down and continue to watch the show. Like, let's be realistic. Come on now. Like, I feel like a lot of times that I feel so strong about a lot of stuff because I work in social services and I see how much of an impact it has on those who are not able. And even if they are able, they have a lot of setbacks to where they, even if they were to put themselves or try their hardest to get in a position to be better, society has it set up to where they will never get across that hump. I see that so vividly, and people be so blind to that, and it frustrates me so much. But I know that's not my battle. I know I'm not about to sit around and just say, well, you know, he's taking away the food stamps, so y'all just gonna have to start working. It's not that fucking easy. Have y'all looked at the unemployment rate? Like, are you fucking dumb?
Hell no. Have you seen the price of a pound of ground beef?
Are you fucking stupid?
People who don't even need food stamps can't afford that shit. What do you mean $30 for a pound of ground beef?
Like, and y'all not even making it make sense for real. Like, so let's talk about the food stamps, right? So I spoke to someone who works in that department, and from what she knows, it hasn't been set in stone, but from what she knows, they're looking to have it to where they are going to continue to give people food stamps once the government is no longer shut down, right? So once it opened back up, they are looking to still continue that resourceful thing or whatever. But there's going to be limitations. So one of the limitations were if you have or school-aged children in the home with you, they have to be 6 years and under in order for you not to work and still receive food stamps. Now, if they're older than 6 years old, you have to be working. Parent, any adult in the household has to be working in order for you to receive food stamps. Okay, that's one. The second one is for the people who don't have any children who are looking to still receive food stamps like they've been doing. If you are someone with a disability that receives SSI or disability income in that section, you will still receive your food stamps because you are unable to work and you have been deemed unable to work by the Social Security building. Mind you, if you are pending your approval to receive benefits from the Social Security office, the county building can see that. They will now have a connection to where they can see if you've been approved, denied, or if you're pending. So, and I'm only saying that because me working with homeless people who are disabled in some sort, this receiving benefits from the Social Security office can be a process, like very tedious, long process. So I don't want you, if you are one of them people, to have to worry about not being able to provide those documents because you can't get in touch with your worker. They're not accepting walk-ins. Your appointment is not for months away to get these documents. It's okay. They have made it to where they have the information that will reflect if you're pending, approved, or denied. Okay. Now, people who are denied or who are too young to receive any type of disability, you have to work. You have to work in order to receive food stamps. And that could be part-time or full-time, from what I know. Part-time or full-time, they might change the qualifications for that for those who are able to work. But the ages will be from 18 to 64. And if the ages change, it'll probably be from 18 to 60 years old. You have to work in order to receive food stamps. Crazy.
Nasty.
Crazy, right?
Nasty. And this is for state of Nevada specifically,
yes,
right?
State of Nevada specifically. I don't know any other state. This is state of Nevada specifically. If you are between the ages 18 and 64, you have to be working at least a part-time or a full-time job. They will give you 3 months. So when the government opens back up, they're going to give you those who are not working or who has not shown proof of employment. They will give you 3 months to show that proof that you have been employed. You already know how that goes. If you cannot provide that proof or cannot secure a job within 3 months, they will terminate you and you will have an additional 3 months that you have to sit out before you can reapply. So, yes, it's crazy because I know because, like I said, I work frontline with the community, how difficult it is just for an able body. And we're just saying able body, somebody who graduated high school, somebody who just has the mindset to just be able to work anywhere. It is so hard for an able body to find a job. Mm-hmm. Right now it's holiday season. Might be a little easy, but it'll be temporary. I'm talking about something permanent. It's so hard. In Vegas, I'm speaking for Vegas because I'm pretty sure it's hard in a lot of places, but for Vegas, very hard for an able body to find a job. And the fact that they're only giving you guys 3 months is fucking crazy to me. I even said it. I even told her, like, so if they don't find a job in 3 months but have provided you proof that they've been looking well, I don't even know the fucking
diligently.
You guys are gonna still cut them off? Like, are y'all dumb? Y'all stupid or retarded? Like, come on now. Like, that's not even fair. Let's give them 6 months.
I don't think you can say that word on there.
I can't say. Oh, the R word.
I don't think. We might have to bleep that one out.
Yeah. Sorry. But it just frustrates me because I come across so many people who are trying their best. But yet society can't see that they have them in a chokehold to where no matter how hard they try, it's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's a cycle that they will only get out of if they are willing to take a leap of faith and go against everything they believed. That's my only probable answer, because, and by that I don't mean doing nothing bad, negative, but whether it be following your dreams, moving to a different state, just doing something you feel as if you do it, you might fail drastically, but if you make it, it can make your life so much better. But
yeah, because that's actually nasty work. But that kind of process, it does go for a lot of things for people who are in need. Like, in general, you have to go through a whole bunch of hoops and stuff, and there are a whole bunch of really idiotic, prerequisites that you have to meet. But I just feel like that's because all you scammers out there, you make it harder for people who really need it. So, as much as I understand, you fucking it up for people who really need it. Like, it's really fucked up. Because I went through something similar recently, and I was like, damn, it really shouldn't be this hard. But I had to know, like, I know people who sat there and finessed the system. Y'all the reasons why it's hard for people like that. Like, at some point, we got to take accountability. I'm just saying. It's fucked up, but y'all did this to us as a society. Because y'all wanted to play around. Y'all wanted to be lazy. Y'all wanted to finesse. Y'all wanted to scam. Now, look at what people got to go through.
And it's true. It's true. Because we do talk about how there's people out there who are really just mad that they can't continue to sit on their ass. Like, no. It's not fair to the people who really want to not sit on their ass, but they have to. Mm-hmm. That's who it's not fair to. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like,
it's messed up. And even though these are some of the things that I still feel like, shouldn't be hard for us to attain when it comes to things like housing or food assistance if you really can't afford it. Like, medical it's not something assistance. That medical assistance, especially right now, like just basic human, like things that we need to just live everyday life. It shouldn't be that hard for us to get without the assistance. Like, damn, do you care about us or not? Do you care about us as human beings or not? Like, especially because it just goes so much more deeper than that, because not only do we have the institutionalized racism, right? We also have classism. It don't matter what color you are sometimes. Most times it do. But sometimes there's like that little percentile where it's like, hey, you might be the right color, but you're kind of poor and we don't fuck with you. Like, it comes into the whole thing where it's like, you just can't win regardless if you're not one of them, right? You got two options. You're of the race and you're of the class, like the percentile of the class you're supposed to be, right? High class. Or was it lower, middle, upper class, right? Where you make money, or you're not. Like, that's kind of what, and I feel like That's more so what it kind of boils down to. But because we, people who look like me, are historically known to not really be in that upper class, that's where it can become a little bit of both. And I'll say not even people who just like me, even people who are of other races, right? And it's messed up. It really is. Because it shouldn't be like that. And I feel like in a lot of other places, other countries, you know, they might have some of these struggles that we don't know about as Americans, but there are a lot of struggles that they don't have to deal with because they are not Americans.
Right.
Like, they don't have to worry about healthcare. They don't have to worry about education. They don't have to worry about shit like that. Like, but we do, even though those are basic things that we should be able to deal with. Like, what do you mean you're pro-life and I can't have no, right? I'm not going to say it because I don't feel like I'm able to say that on the internet. But you're pro-life and I can't, you know,
nip it in the
bud, but you're going to charge me how much to have the baby? How much is it for me to birth a child because you're telling me I can't do anything else about it? I'm just saying, right? Not saying it's wrong, not saying it's right. Me personally, I'm just going to go ahead and say, I don't care what y'all say. I am pro-choice.
Pro-choice.
I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there.
Too.
And in a time right now, after I learned how much it costs to even birth a child, hell yeah, I'm pro-choice. Are you fucking dumb? Excuse me? As an adult, looking at my medical bills for peeing in a cup, give me a fucking break. I'm just saying, like, are you kidding me? I peed in a cup one time. Them niggas sent me a bill for $492. Are you dumb? You can suck my whole dick from the back. It's not happening. It's simply not happening. But it's fucked up. All of that's fucked up. Fuck Donald Trump. I'm just going to say it. I probably can't even say that too. There goes the censorship. Oh my God. Like, there goes my fucking freedom of speech. Right. And speaking of censorship, I'm just going to go ahead and.
Yeah, we're going to.
Because TikTok, you got us fucked up.
Fucking, what do they say? What do they say? TikTok. What do they say?
I don't know what they say.
Count your fucking days.
TikTok, count. Well, okay, I don't want to say that because I do love me some TikTok. But what the fuck is up with y'all?
Okay, so context. I want to say me. It was really my idea. Monty came over. We were just kicking hot shit, chilling. And I'm like, you know, we've never went live on our TikTok, our podcast TikTok. Mind you, we haven't dropped an EP in too fucking long. So I'm like, let's go live. Let's get some questions out there that we can possibly bring up on our next EP that people are wanting us to kind of like tackle, you know? So she like, hell yeah, I'm down. So we get on there, mind you, literally just, hey, TikTok, how's it going? We here, you know? We get to talking about... First, we got to talking about how crawfish grows out the ground, right? Or not grow out the ground.
Some shit like that.
It's not, like, you can pick it from, like, soil. Like, I don't know. Something I saw on TikTok, right? So we was talking about how that is or that's not true. But then we got to how school, Nevada specifically, their education system is so fucked up, and how they have fired so many special needs teachers and they took away all of the special needs resources that were very useful to a lot of people and a lot of families. And we got into talking about how they want to push back the start time of school for all child-age children, or school-age children.
Y'all know what you meant.
All school-age children, without even considering how many children have already been killed in motor vehicle accidents within these past few months since school started. So you want to push the start time of school back to where everybody goes to school later when traffic builds up at a later time. Like, not saying that. No, I'm saying that. There's no fucking way that you think kids are going to make it to school safer at a later time when people are rushing. When they call it rush hour. When it's rush hour. Like, a lot of people don't give a fuck about nobody else's kids that's on the street. They really don't. All they care about is making it to work on time. Like, I was getting hunked at because I was doing a school. So kids were going to school. I'm passing a middle school. I'm in a company car. So mind you, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. I'm doing the speed limit of the school zone. But it's 25 when the light's not flashing. It's 15 when they are. The lights was flashing. It was only 7:30 in the morning. So the lights was flashing. I'm driving by. I'm doing 15. A teacher is honking at me, going like this. Hurry up, hurry up. I looked at her, and I said, you better be lucky I'm in this company car, because I would have stopped right here and had you have to go all the way around. Because mind you, there's people behind me, cars behind me doing the same speed. Not tripping. But you work here and you're acting a fool? Are you kidding me? That type of stuff make me really want to get out with my bad self for real. I really want to drag her out the car. Like, you need some common sense. How you work with kids but don't give a fuck about them.
And not to mention, that's actually that's a real thing. I just know that I know someone personally, i.e. my brother, who was actually ran down by a pickup truck with some pool equipment in the back. He was ran down on his way to school, by the way. Literally hitting a crosswalk to get to his school right here. He finna hit the crosswalk. Nigga got ran down by a pickup truck because the nigga didn't give a damn about students or anything because he had somewhere to be. Nigga ran my brother down and then kept it pushing. Like, are you joking me? Green pickup truck with pool equipment. I'm still on your ass years later. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just know I have been looking for your car with your pool equipment in the back. That's all I'm gonna say.
And it's so fucked up because I get it. Yes, kids can do crazy stuff. I get it. But it makes no different than the adults that do crazy stuff. Because that doesn't make it valid for you to take someone's life or risk someone's life because you feel like they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing at a time where you're trying to get to work. No. We don't even have cross guards for real out here. Like, half the time these schools are put in places to where kids have to jeopardize their lives in order to just get there because there's not enough resources to make sure they get there safely. Like, it's fucking crazy. But so crazy. The society wants to keep putting out, how many people died this, or this adds to the total of kids that died this year alone, or this adds this. They just keep adding to it without making a difference, making a change, and it's pissing me off. Like, I be damn. Like, I be so scared knowing that my kids got to cross one street. I don't give a fuck what type of street it is. A street is fucking scary. And then I be goddamn if they get them scooters. They should burn them all. Burn down the warehouse.
No, what needs to happen is that, right, I'm just going to say this just because I have been having to commute a lot more lately. And what needs to happen is that people who want to pursue a driver's license, you need to take a psychiatric test, and you need to be tested for your sight. You need to be tested for your cognitive abilities. You need to be tested for your peripheral vision. You need to be tested for IQ. You just need an IQ test to see if you're just a fucking idiot, if you're a MAGA supporter, because, MAGAs obviously have an IQ of negative 1,000.
No, for
you have
real.
no IQ, and y'all can't drive. I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry. Like, I can't stress, and I say it every time. I can't stress it enough how much y'all really can't drive. Like, and I'm not even gonna say it like that because I know I'm from California. And Californians, some of y'all niggas can't drive either. But
that's true.
A lot of you people in Nevada cannot drive. Like, it be simple, like, just simple common sense that y'all just don't have on the road. And it really makes me feel like, damn, who gave you your license? Like, I'm not feeling that. But you know what? I digress. Because I feel like we've filled up this entire episode with political jargon, even though it is kind of, it's necessary because, man, like, oh my goodness, we are headed in a downward spiral when it comes to the political, economical state of the world. And although everything that I have said and that she has said as well, most of it for her is definitely probably, fact. She can definitely provide resources. But I'll say for me, I'm just hypothesizing. It's all alleged. And this is just me as a taxpayer, you know, who feel like I should just be able to have basic human rights. I'm just expressing my freedom of speech is all I'm saying. I just want to make sure that we're clear on that because TikTok did censor us, and I'm not feeling that. It
Oh,
makes me feel like YouTube is
so
next.
after that, they pretty much told us our live has been blocked. Because mind you, that's all we were talking about. Our live has been blocked, and we can't go live again until, what was that, yesterday? And we did this
Correct.
last week. On top of now, we have like our first warning on our podcast TikTok, which is so crazy to me. But moving along here, let's get into something a little bit more drama, I guess. Let's get a little more drama. Like, so we do watch baddies. We've been, you know, we used to talk about it on here, but so much been going on. We've been wanting to touch bases on the importance of things first, but let's talk about it. So we kind of caught up on our Baddies Africa, and it's pretty much coming to an end. We're going to watch the second part of the reunion today once we leave here. But so I've been seeing, and Imani seen a little bit of it as
I
well.
did see a little bit of it.
That they have casted Baddies USA already, and they have Chrisean and Tasiki on there, along with a bunch of other people. Mind you, Big Lex all day, I don't care in any way. But Chrisean pretty much went on this rampage crying hysterically about how Zeus alone, let's just say Zeus, Baddies, is demonic. They have them doing demonic stuff. They don't feed them. They pay people to follow a physical narrative where they have to be like start physical altercations with other people, and that's how they, you know, get more money. And she was saying how they are the reason why her and her sister fought or was going to fight, because they were forcing them to. Her and her sister did not want to fight, but Zeus kept forcing it on them. And she went along to say how she's leaving. Like, she don't care that she signed the contract. She don't care about not getting paid. She don't care about nothing. She's leaving. She got to get up out of there. Okay, that's her right? But Lemmy got on the internet and was just saying that, you know, he do care for her. He loved her. He was willing to help her in her time of need because she reached out to him. And he's always been willing to help her because he has a soft spot in his heart for her. And he was just saying, like, the things that they have agreed on are the things that's happening behind the scenes is a part of the show. And all girls agreed to it when they signed. But so she can't just be out there putting out information, because he feels like not only does it mess up the contract that they had at hand, it also messes things up for the viewers who are awaiting to figure out or see what's happening or what's going to go on. Like, it kind of, you know, kind of ruins it for everybody. That's what he was trying to say. He was saying, like, he hopes that she finds what she's looking for. You know, he doesn't wish her no harm. Like, he still cares for her. Best of wishes to her. If she wants to leave, she can leave. You know, but in all reality, he was just saying, like, she came to him, signed the contract, and they just did everything the same way they've been doing it. Like, not saying he denied anything that she said, but he basically just said, like, we've been doing this, and you know we've been doing this. You reached out to me. I didn't force you to come on here. But he did say that she tried to make it seem like they were forcing people to fight her, when in reality, she was the reason why fights was happening. He was saying, like, a lot of the times where she was fighting, it was because she was the antagonizer, and they just recorded whatever they felt would be good publicity for them. Like, they didn't set up nothing with her, because, again, she did let them know, like, she wasn't really trying to fight like that, but she antagonized people and they reacted. They didn't tell them not to react because they have every right to react. But that's pretty much what he was saying, and I believe that. I do, and I say that because she's so used to going on these streams and being like this weird person. I don't know, like, so different than the person that she is when she's in a church home. Like, she's so different when she's on a stream, whether she got the baby or not. Like, she's so different. Like, it's the whole just like, who is this girl? Is she doing this just for, you know, just to stay in the eye of the publicity. Not the eye of publicity.
The public eye.
The
yeah.
public eye. And that's what I think it was really for. And then when she was saying like it was demonic, I do believe that she probably did see it that way, and only because she is a child of God, regardless of what we want to believe, she is a child of God, and he probably allowed her to go that far within her decision as being a part of Baddies USA. Just to get her to see that she's not supposed to be there. And he probably did have to take it to the extreme to where he put it in her mind or got her to believe that what she was experiencing around her was demonic, just for him to, just so she can see that the route that she's going is not the route that she's supposed to be taking. Like, you know, and only way that we know that that's probably what happened is if she do a whole 360 when she come back. Like if she start making better decisions, because it wasn't just Baddies where she was acting a fool. She been acting a fool since before she got to Baddies, which is why I even think she even agreed to go back on there, because she's been acting a fool. But God was like, you came to me for help and I've been helping you, but I think you're getting a little lost. So let me show you something real quick. Let me put you back in line. But it's up to her to listen, you know. You can still have a good time without
doing whatever it is.
Because I really want to get to the nitty gritty on the baby, but that's here or there. She the mom. She gonna deal with it how she deal with it. I don't agree with none how she moving with it, but the baby, it's been like what, a year plus.
Yeah, I think it's been more than a year. I think that the whole internet shares concerns for the child. 100%. I definitely have seen that. I've seen some clips myself, and I'd be like, you know, I'm not a parent, but you know,
and I am 3 times around.
I did raise, you know, my younger brother a little bit at a young age, and I'm looking like, I don't think that's normal. But
people are right. That's her child. She's gonna choose to raise that child how she choose to raise it, and if something is really going on to where it's bad, to where she shouldn't have custody of that child, CPS would have got involved, because she's all over the public.
That's a public figure.
They'll know how to get to her if they needed to, and since they haven't,
something must be fine. And that's what I was thinking too, because I'm like, I don't know, I feel like people who just live everyday normal lives, not in the public eye, like it be like the smallest shit going on, and CPS be quick to jump in. But somebody who's in a public eye, a public figure, who, you know, child is showing visible signs of, I'm not gonna say neglect, but something's going on. Like, it's there, and you can see it. The fact that, you know, something or CPS may not have had another job. I'm not trying to wish it, but at this point, I care for the child's safety. No, just as a third party, I feel like I care for it. And now, I don't know. This is not to say, because we really don't know, right?
Yeah.
We don't know if they visited. We don't know what they got going on. We really have no clue. But I can say, just as, you know, outside looking in, I'm surprised to see that she does still have custody of her child. I am.
And I think it does have to do a lot with him being disabled. Even though that's not something that she has not yet agreed to, but said to be true. You know, I think a lot of things can come into play as far as if they are getting outside help, her just not wanting to voice that is her right. And not just him getting that help, her getting that help. And I feel like when she was going to church on a consistent basis, not saying that she's haven't been going to church, but when it was, you know, publicized that she was going to church so much, I think CPS looked at that as like a good outlet for her and the child if they were pursuing her. But now that she's taken this drastic turn and they haven't pursued her, and even if they haven't taken the child, it has to be because there is something in place that protects her as a mother and that protects him as her child. Because I think it's really different when kids do have a disability. Like, I really do think it's different. I could be wrong, but I really do think it's different as to what's accepted. Because again, if a child doesn't have those type of physical, mental, or health disabilities, they look at it as, well, there's no reason for you to be this way or act this way, you know? She could be going through a lot mentally and still, like, going through postpartum, you know, and if she's going through the necessarily counseling and stuff. But I digress still, even with that, because it's been multiple people stating, like, you know, she still drinks on a regular basis. And you know, when you have a disabled child, that's the last thing you want to do is be under the influence as a single parent. Like, it's okay if you're not a single parent and you go out to have a good time with your friends just to kind of get some of that stress off, and the other parent is at home sober and taking care of the child. That's fine. That's normal. That's a normal lifestyle. But when it's something that you're doing on a consistent basis, you know, but I also still do think, like, there's no proof that she has taken the baby in an environment that wasn't safe, because there wasn't no alcohol, no drugs, or anything of that in sight, you know. So just some foul language, and with her son being him, the way he moves, I think is what makes her have to be a little bit more aggressive, because he can't just sit there. He can't just chill out. Like, you know, he has to stay moving. He has to keep doing something, because that's how his brain works, I would say. But that doesn't mean that CPS should just come take him. So I think a lot of stuff just comes into play with that. But I just feel like with her, she needs more help than the help she getting, because even I think his name was Bino, he was saying, like, the people around her, like her friends and stuff, they're not even telling her what they need to be telling her. They're letting her be a flop ass of a mother and allowing it, because they're pretty much eating off her.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's fucked up. And I hope she really, like, I hope God brings that to her mental too, to be able to see that, so she can disconnect herself from that and really just tune in and just lock in with that baby. Like, she can literally just delete all her social medias and just lock in with the baby and just live a underground lifestyle until she's comfortable enough with herself, her religion, her growth, to come back. That's my only. Because right now, she just digging herself in a really big hole.
Yeah. I mean, we've all heard the claims about Zeus. We know that all they do is eat tortilla chips and tequila. They've been saying that for some years. So we're not surprised to hear that they don't feed y'all. We're not surprised to hear that there are storylines. We're not surprised to hear that they may be in cahoots with the devil. You know, hey, Illuminati. That's what they say about the entertainment industry as a whole, pretty much. Yeah. But, you know, I'm not going to say you, but I'll say Chrisean, you know, on her newly embarked journey, you know, she's done that before. She knew what it was. And she knows what it is now, and she still agreed to it. I think that that's something she should just go. She got to hold that. Now, I'll say because of her child, you know, I try to stay as far away from it as possible. But when it comes to public figures and their children, I do think that they have a right to just really conceal their children from the internet, because the internet is a fucked up place, just like how a lot of us are basing our conceptions about her child. It's a little fucked up, even though it comes from concern. Yeah. At the end of the day, we really don't know what's happening behind the cameras, though. So we really don't have much of a right. I mean, we have a right because we do have freedom of speech, by the way. At least we should. But you know, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes to say whether something is happening, whether something's not happening. So I think at the start of it, she should have really kept his life private. Just like how most of these other celebrities do. People, you know, slime them for, oh, you had a kid, and, you know, it's because of shit like this. Like, because I hear about things, and I know people that I, you know, not idolize, but people that I follow or support on the internet. I would understand if they didn't want to put their family on the internet. I feel like if I had something like that going on, I wouldn't put mine on there either, because you niggas ain't shit. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, y'all ain't nothing.
And it's true. But to wrap this up, as a mother, I really wouldn't give two fucks about what anybody got to say about my children. I feel like no matter what, there's always going to be somebody who's opinionated, who wants to say something, include themselves, get a storyline off you, anything. So, you got to really be level-headed and a strong motherfucker to be able to move forward in the public eye with your children without falling short to that shit. But anywho, Nanny, we're gonna wrap this up. Just want to let you guys know merch is still coming soon. I actually just secured the total and everything, so all I gotta do is press order or rob a bank to get the money, then press order.
Allegedly, by the way, guys.
But yeah, so merch coming soon. I hope you guys will like it because I love it. It took me down there 17 years.
It did. She kept going back and forth on the design. She like, this look cool. I'm like, yeah, that look cool. No, I don't like it. Look, do another one. Okay, this look fine. Girl, that look fine. I like that. This could be cool, right? No, I don't like it. But this one right here, this is the one.
This the one, y'all.
This is the one.
Right now we're gonna start off solid colors, and then throughout our podcast journey, it will change, and I hope you guys like it. But that wraps it up for this EP. I don't really know what number it is, but we ain't stopping. So
y'all know what number it is.
The numbers
at
are
this
just
point. The
keep
number is the infinity symbol,
right?
Because we just going. That's all it is. We just going.
I'll check y'all on the flip side.
Absolutely, and I got to go potty. Love y'all.